What really motivated me was the fact that this has touched my life, as I'm a student from Richfield, Connecticut, and so this is right from like about 20 minutes away from Newtown, Connecticut. And besides that, I am a gun owner, and so these are the kinds of issues that really impact me as a person. And I think that as students, like, we can be the change we want to see in the world. And I think as students, this is also an issue that affects us disproportionately, like more than other people. This is something that affects young people the most. The more voices there are, the better you can fine-tune the policy. And I also think that the more voices there are, the more diverse the opinions are, we can get ideas from people from all walks of life.
So I think this protest really calls to the attention of like, hey, you know, there are two sides to this and we need to pick, you know, we need to find something to do. You know, there's a problem. I believe it was last year, it wasn't necessarily a shooting problem, but we did have an attack on the school. And it's like this needs actual attention.
I just want to open both sides up for debate. I want a civil dialogue because I feel like that can be achieved on campus. I believe in the individual right to carry. I believe in the Second Amendment. And I feel like it can do more good than harm if we really reinforce those ideas of individual freedom, individual rights to carry. I just believe that the right to carry surpasses all. Like whether you are pro-gun or anti-gun, pro-Second Amendment, anti-Second Amendment, we all agree that there is a problem here. There is violence on the streets. There is gun violence on the streets. We all agree that there is an end. We all want to stop that. But the question is how, and we won't really get to the how unless we come together and actually talk about things. We all agree that lives need to be saved in regards to guns, in regards to violence in general, but we definitely have different means of acquiring that. And although we differ on the means, we agree that there is an end, but we shouldn't be hostile to each other about that. We need to come together, talk with each other, find solutions, find common ground in order to find solutions and stop these senseless killings, stop the violence.
Any kind of like complicity, like I said, any kind of like, oh, this doesn't affect me. No, like don't wait because it will affect you one day. And you don't want to wait till you're like me and you're motivated to be here because you've lost classmates or you've lost siblings. And don't think you're immune to it because I'm from a small town that was the safest place in the world until someone brought a gun into the school. So any means possible of preventing that is in my best interest and is in your best interest too, because if you focus on anti-violence efforts, if you focus on education, that is the change. And people don't want that. People want a quick solution. No, fuck that quick solution. I'm sorry, but you need to work on a long-term solution. And I'm not talking about just gun violence. I agree. If you do bring guns into school, if you have teachers armed, like look at the statistics right now. Students of color are way more harmed and like without good reason already without guns in schools. There's already security arrives. There's already schools that are militarized. That's not what my school did. We did not militarize. We did not bring in security officers and make it feel like a prison, even though it did feel like a prison, knowing that 3 people were murdered in my school with a weapon that was brought in. I'm not saying that we should have security, like clear backpacks or anything like that. What I'm saying is that we need to make long-term change with the school resource officer.
No matter what we agree the solution to the problem is, we can all agree that there's a problem, and I think that we can all work together to fix it. And I encourage students to keep an open mind and to engage others as well as stay engaged with the topic.